the game accounts for, well, I assume the game accounts for the multiple paths if you just leave. Here we go. The apex typhon tendrils are extremely lethal, disintegrating, leaching psionic essence out of anything they come into contact with. Like cystoids, they seem to be attracted to motion. Oh, okay. That, but then I do have like level 1 billion stealth, so maybe they're just not. Greater mimic, huh? Cheeky. Please don't. If I go through to the atmosphere, like Chief Elazar trying to recruit me into a job in security. Here we go. Military operators. Here, presumably the good people she lost. Again, I do not believe for 1 second, but okay. Oh, Luminek.
If I had any doubt that the escape pod failures were an accident...
We are not trapped here with them. They are trapped here with us.
Right on, girl. Hello, Elazar. No, you've got nothing to tell me. Alright. Just dropping by to say hi. Go and, like, mash my face into you. What happens, I wonder? Huge heaping of anything, it would seem.
System alert.
Oh, hello, Poltergeist. Figures. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay then. You're blocked. It said on the map that you had an open map. It said promised. Hound. Fun, Sarnet. I really wanted to get outside the station, but oh well. Maybe we'll be able to scan the apex from the bridge or something. I don't know. With all credit to January for saying, you know, you want to be the bigger shark. You know, the game is called Prey. prey. Who is the prey? It's us. The avoidance of doubt. What I'm going to do is take a little comfort break. Recording here. Come on. And we're back. But I don't know if this is what choice involves. The game has been continuing to give us this escape the ship objective, but if you do that, it just ends the game, as if you'd failed. I don't know if either of these main story ones are as optional as the other, the path that you can take, or if one of them is the true canonical way of going about things. I just don't know. Yep, let's all go to the lobby. And by lobby, I mean Arboretum. Game for telling me how the recycler works. Much appreciate. Oh yeah, we're in microgravity. I forgot about that. We still don't have a key for the other storage area, funnily enough. The one that's on the way to the crew quarters. What we missed for that. Oh, we've got gravity here.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy
good,
recovery
still-
and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Ah, lovely. Ah, no, we do still have that. I thought we didn't. Lovely. Well, let's just save again. Why not? But I'm actually going to make another little backup because 20 saves is just not enough. When I play games, I make lots of saves in case I need to roll back to a specific point or try something. What? Beep. Which I very rarely do, if I'm entirely honest here. But it's useful to have. Say you find out that there's an interesting Easter egg at some point in the game, and you have a save right there. It's quite handy. If you don't, well, never see it. Which, in all honesty, again, is not a huge loss to the world, but...
What the hell have you done?
I simply acted on Morgan's order. Morgan.
Your operators locked me out of the comm terminal.
How did
We
you get
need
up
to
here?
link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
Consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's playing God here, it's you. Your lunatic plan denies everyone a birthright to the stars.
You know how neuromons are made. The demand will
Here.
only increase.
Damage.
In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few.
I'm not arguing with a glorified desktop. Kill it, Morgan.
Sorry, Morgan. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. You'll have to destroy me. Which means you will be destroying yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't want to harm your brother. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
Oh, January.
Soon, the Apex Typhon will have invaded every quarter of Talos 1. Decide. A question. Is Morgan Yu capable of empathy beyond a small circle of interest? I'm only an operator facsimile. I cannot do it for you.
Any way around this? Any way at all? Jeez. I know we just say, but let's us skip all the expository introductions here. So we get to see what this null wave does. That thing doesn't look completely gone. Also, that audio is very quiet.
It's immortality, and it is beautiful.
Also, I think that's the end of the game. It is indeed. Bethesda Softworks. Lovely. Didn't actually mean to skip that. I just wanted to see if I could get a menu up. Entering a hidden location, huh?
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming. Nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too.
Watch
It
out,
all
those
comes
hands
down
a
to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us.
Excellent.
But its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela,
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was the man in psychotronics, Ingram.
would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
Elazar.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
January's not going to
Danielle,
be.
what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to activate the null wave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here,
Are we going
I
to go
want
on
to show
Joker
you something.
and have a mirror? Yeah, we are. No?
What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories.
Yeah.
This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Kill them all.
We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Lowest difficulty was, oh, that was only on normal? Bloody hell. No humans killed, lots of neurons installed, lots of human abilities acquired, no Typhon powers. I kind of want to... So, obviously that was a canonical ending. And that's good enough for me. But I want to go and blow up the ship. Probably ways of getting even more for that ending scene. But quite like to do an evil playthrough. Alright, January, I'll let you live. There goes the reactor. Difficulty can be changed at any time via the gameplay options menu without consequence, except for the final screen when it'll tell you what your lowest difficulty was. It's a difficult enough game, even on normal, it would seem.
Microgravity detected.
Actually, we could roll back even further. And just load an earlier save, but I kind of want to see what happens with everything there intact. Or everything there done as it is. We also got a whole bunch of achievements. Do no harm for killing no one. Suicide by proxy by killing January. Tell me about yourself. I and thou. You completed the game in the most empathetic way possible. Lovely. That's quite nice, actually. Well, I do like my good playthroughs. The other thing I quite like is that, as far as I can tell, unless I'm very much mistaken, there's no way to say... Oh, excuse me. No way to see what am I trying to say? Whether you've taken the good or evil route, if such a thing is applicable here. It just gives you broad stats, which is quite nice. Nice that it kind of it liberates you in a way. It just kind of commits you to certain actions. That's oh lovely. Alright, now we make a pell-mell sprint for the reactor console, and we'll see what the say about that. But really, this has been a great game. I think I got it for around about £4, and that is worth every of those 400 pennies. It's really captured my attention, and I will be playing through it on a Hello Poltergeist with a Typhony, what do you call it? Typhon abilities and all sorts. Cystoidness and so forth. Don't care. Also get a new game plus option as well, quite possibly. I didn't actually pay attention to the menu there. Tell me. I wonder if those two neuromods are still floating outside the glass.
Welcome. Maybe I can help.
Hello, Dr. Yu. Are you here for an appointment? Oh. What? Oh. I never noticed this maintenance patch under there. Maybe it was never there. It was always here. I see. You are here. I am here. Hello. Oh, I have to go to the bridge for that. Alright, let's get back upstairs then. Feel like I'm in Game Crisis Maximum Speed. That was another good game. Terrible story. Well, not terrible, but somewhat predictable. But as a game, its execution was extremely fun. Suitabilities worked very well. AI was interesting. And do I get back upstairs? I'll do. Good game. Fun game. Oh.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull.
Yeah, I know.
Have to move. Gosh, my every window in this station. It's engulfing the place. It's everywhere.
Yep. Don't I know it? No. A bit more. I think I'm gonna do actually. Yeah. See, if my brother is sleep, he might not get any more dialogue options. What I'm gonna do is have a couple of sneezes, because why not? Delete, save, and then load. Right. 25 hours, so it's around about that point. So been to psychotronics. Scan the thing. Life support is where I want to be. That's a bit recent. Probably where I want to be. Well, we'll know if we have an objective to destroy January. No. Alright, so we go to... Yeah, okay, that's very quick saved. We go to the bridge. No, to the thing. Bit of a redo, but I'm wondering if Alex gets some dialogue and January gets some dialogue to say, blow it up. You've already put the keys in. You're pretty much committed at this point. Blah blah blah. I mean, they've covered a lot of possibilities, so I wouldn't put it past them. I went the wrong way. Finalé TranStar operators are at your service. Hear that in the medical operator's voice. Hello, Dr. Yu. We're at your service. Hey, Poltergeisty. I wonder if there's an achievement for a pacifist run. Oh, there's a Weaver here? Well, this is my not caring face. I'd actually quite like to see a speedrun of this. I wonder how quickly you could do it. I mean, my my run was very, very slow. Not that it was attempting to be anything other than, you know, a good exploration and scavenging. Excuse me, and all sorts. But if you just did the bare minimum to complete the game, any % completion, be interesting. I'd like to see that. Because you'd have some interesting choices as to whether some of the, I wonder how many hero mods you'd end up with just in the course of doing the story objectives, if you'd have enough to get the sprint level 3 and the sneak level 3. Those would be the two key ones. Interesting game. And don't forget, you could do a lot of these things in advance of this stage of the game. I think you can find Alex's key earlier in the game. think you can. I'm sure when we did that kind of alternate reality, escape the station, that was up there. I could be wrong on that though. Could be wrong. Could very easily be wrong. Wonder if you get access to the secret panel earlier in the game. Way of doing that. Don't know. No call from Elazar this time. We know the game lets you preempt things, so if you just go in and smash the cook's face to death, then you don't have to hunt him down. Patient 37, you know what I mean. Locking a door is a valid strategy. Interesting. Have a seat. It's also quite liberating to play like this. Yeah. Gauge everything that moves. Method of playing the game. Oh, nope. I'm out of here. Sorry. TranStar's board of directors made up of a shadowy group of international investors. It's always a shadowy group, isn't it? There's never a group that's standing out in the sunlight saying, yep, we're investing in this cutting edge technology. It's always a shadowy group of investors. Oh, we've got to stand in the shadows, you see. Part vampire. Up we go. What I want to know is, what point do you enter the shadows? I mean, presumably you're not shadowy at birth. No one's born into a group of shadowy investment bankers or what have you. Where are they? Title? A shadowy investor? So, start off, you're in full broad daylight, and at some point in your life you think, I don't like this. I want to move into the shadows. Or is it a more gradual thing? Do you say, well, it's a bit sunny out here, let's get a little bit of shade? You kind of go and stand under a tree. Think, still a bit warm and sunny. I think maybe we should find some more shadows. I just don't know. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not giving up the day job to pursue a career in comedy. You worry about that. Do that to the world. Forward. Well, military operator, you are doing nothing. I'm glad I repaired you. My face. Right, let's see what our options are here. There must be a way to scan the apex as well. Scan it.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station, and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Another option as well.
Who? What?
Morgan,
Oh, you're
Morgan? Maybe. I see a person who looks like Morgan. You?
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable?
Oh, we cannot save during
Is
this
that a
scene.
joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. I wish you understood. I've bent the course of this entire station around what you wanted. I let you persuade me. And now you're gonna throw it all away? Just stop and think for one goddamn second, Morgan.
The safety is off on his firearm.
I think you've said enough. I would never harm you, Morgan. Never. This machine, it had your voice. I knew from the video you'd done something with operators, but this? It's not too late, you know. We can still salvage this. You change your mind once, you can change it again. I won't stop you if you decide to end it all. I told you I wouldn't. So, what's it gonna be? It's not too late. We can still turn this around. The prototype null-wave device will work. To hurry.
Magdal.
I'm surprised that you primed the arming keys. Perhaps you see that as a precaution, but I assure you it won't be necessary. The null-wave device will work. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the coral and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1, including the big one outside. The rest of us should get away with a mild headache. I'll let you do the honors, but you better hurry.
Good evening, Talos. This is a reminder that the identity of guests visiting Talos is
Time's almost
strictly
up.
confidential.
Alright.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
I wish there was something I could have said to snap you out of this. Fugue. It's my fault. I gambled too much. And the worst part? It isn't losing the station or the tech. It's you. I lost my brother. That is a mistake I will never recover from. There's nothing left to talk about. If you have some means of escape, you may as well go. I won't be leaving. Everything I cared about died a long time ago.
The shuttle is ready to go, Morgan. I'll wait a few minutes before detonation, but then I'm gone. You're on your own after that.
Oh, I can also go to the escape pod up there, actually.
Warning, reactor
Can I bring you
detonation
with me?
imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1. Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Guess that's why it keeps that, Oh. Well. Goodbye forever, Alex. But they hold the shuttle ready for the detonation. That's fair enough. Interesting that they say close-range attacks are inadvisable against the thermal phantom because of its superheated plasma and fire. The game never really gives you an effective long-range weapon. Everything has a fairly short range. The Q-wave is probably the closest. Got loads of time.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You have to move.
I have actually seen.
Gosh, every window in this station, it's engulfing the place. It's everywhere.
So I could go up to the escape pod up at the top. Sadly, January is dead. What would... Anything else I want to find out? What happens if you go in and you stun Alex very quickly before he destroys January? Lots more dialogue choices, I guess. I feel like a director saying, okay, now we'll do it this way. Now do it with a funny voice. Or it's possible, since it locked down the save option, I wonder if it also locked down our weapons as well. We'd already had our weapons holstered, but it may have just kept them holstered.
Imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Oh well. Can but speculate. Well, we can but speculate up until I load a save that lets me try it for real. There are at least 2 canonical endings to this in terms of blowing up versus not blowing up.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Should have also checked and see if I could use the null wave emitter. Yeah, I probably should have checked that. Oh, we'll figure it out when we reload. Okay. Okay then. Ow.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Ah, there we go. Some extent. Oh. Oh, him.
I won't forget it. You are a real decent human being, Morgan.
You made it.
I did.
Look, I know what happened. You aren't solely to blame. You helped me and my officers when we needed it. I'll be sure to let Earthside know what you did to help us in the cargo bay.
Wait.
Now come the fireworks. I hope there'll be enough.
Wait,
You
he
know,
doesn't look happy.
I thought you had left the station because of what happened between us. And that I had lied to you about my condition. I was angry with you. And myself. But I'm glad you are here with me now. And I like who you have become. You have my father's strength.
That's nice of you to say.
Are you waiting for me?
Dr. Yu, Morgan, it was an honor to work with you on Talos. And your brother. And thank you for retrieving Leitner's remains. Maya always loved the sound of his playing. I couldn't let it die with the station. His was a rare gift, and his skill should be shared. Not only with me, but with others.
Cool. Alright. Do this.
Ready or not, starting debark operations. Pre-flight check is who gives a shit. Hang on to your seat. This will be a rough ride.
I like you better now, Dal. Oh, I see. I was gonna say.
I keep having this dream.
Ah, okay, that is it. Oh, joining an Okay, here we go. Hidden location. Do this, reload, and
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming. That nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was the man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Lovely.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Interesting.
Danielle, what do you say?
Interesting thing, I wonder. See.
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that.
Being hostile to you.
I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect her? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something.
Hey there, replier.
What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today.
I remember.
We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Kill the ball. Wonder if we just lash out a tentacle. We lash out a tentacle. Oh, there is New Game Plus, lovely. But let's let's have 5-10 minutes. Yeah, let's have a quick load of this. We're nearly done. Nice that we're close to the 2-hour mark. That keeps it in a reasonable time frame.
This machine, it had your voice.
Ah, poop. Too late. That's unfortunate. Have we see what the state of play is in this one? I need to redo the thing. A bit confused just by the times on those. Oh, we shall see. Alright, so we can just run our way up to the bridge, that's fine. Hey, Weaver. Bye, Poltergeisty. Oh, hey, medical operator. Yeah, if you let all the Typhon live, killed all the humans, only installed Typhon mods, that'd be interesting. You wonder what it would say about you. There's probably a way to find out. There's probably videos out on YouTube, but the fun is finding out for yourself. And it's nice as well that the game respects your autonomy. It doesn't force your hand on these things to an extent. It does with the escape pod, for obvious reasons. But really, it lets you do just about anything else. Nice. Alright. There are things we didn't get though. Those treasure maps. Need to investigate those. And the stashes as well. Plus, as I say, the storage locker in here that we never got the key card for. Interesting that this thing smashing through the windows hasn't caused an issue with the oxygen, which has caused an issue with the gravity. And very odd. I'm basing that on the fact that we're in microgravity, but we have no O2 sensor. Or O2 gauge. Crunch. I am sure. And there's the shadowy investors again. How much money do you need to be a shadowy investor? Like, you do it for like a few quid, you just enter the shadows that way. Right, let's save here. I suspect you don't actually get an achievement for deleting that data file, but we shall see. Right, so the Finalé device...
I'm aware that you primed the arming keys to destroy Talos 1, so I find the activation of this null wave transmitter station puzzling. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation with control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
Yeah, in this reality he must have already been stunned. That's unfortunate. see if it would let me do that. Ah, we can find that out easily enough. No, we can't actually. We decided that we couldn't. Just glue you. Alright, let's do a couple of things here. About January, we do yes,
Warning,
sure,
reactor
yes.
detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
And that disables the null wave transmitter. Okay, fair enough. The only thing I'm kind of curious about now is the not the only thing I'm curious, but the main thing I'd be curious as to whether you could use your weapon in the that cutscene and stun Alex before he shoots January. I'm just not sure. I suspect it locks your weapon away, but you never know. So yeah, I must have saved down there and then...
Shuttle is ready to go, Morgan. I'll wait a few minutes before detonation, but then I'm gone.
Yeah,
You're on your own
no
after
problem
that.
at all. Ow. Oh, leave me alone. Wait. Hey. Where's... Ow! There's one. Oh yeah, close the door. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, I don't think I'll think I'll just do that reload in my own time and see if it affects anything. We're locked in here. I could pause the recording, keep it within the 2 hours. You know? Life support to bridge there. Bridge there. Support there. Alright. See shortly if this works. And as if by magic, we appear on the bridge.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Morgan.
Morgan? Maybe. I see a person who looks like Morgan. You?
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable? Is that a joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. I wish you understood. I've bet the course of this entire station around what you...
I'm aware that you primed the arming keys to destroy Talos 1. So I find the activation of this null-wave transmitter station puzzling. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure...
What if we took things a little bit more, drastically?
Morgan, Finalé, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station.
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle.
I'm aware that you primed the arming keys to destroy Talos 1. So I find the activation of this null-wave transmitter station puzzling. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure...
that.
Sure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon.
Also, I like what I took the liberty of installing some neuromods on the way up here, and quite like that it just grows the health bar by a ridiculous amount. Now we transmitter ready. What it would have to say about skip. I just want to see the post if the debrief acknowledges the fact that I killed Alex. Yeah, use the null-wave transmitter, but he killed you.
It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. It's immortality, and it is beautiful.
Beautiful. You start Monday. Once again, we secret location. Oh, a hidden location. Isn't that where what's his name? Dick Cheney had to hide.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising.
Alright, you get the idea. Exit to the menu. Wonder what New Game Plus gives us. Ah, so you re-get your thing. Ah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. There you go. Well, this has been an excellent game. I've really enjoyed it. Full credit to my very good friend Noobface for recommending it. You guys have enjoyed these videos as a result of his very persuasive words. That's it for now. I may return to this in video form with the New Game Plus, doing an evil playthrough, or I may not. We'll see. For now, I've had a good run at this, and turned my attention elsewhere. It's been great, and I look forward to the next game that can inspire me like this. If you've been watching, thank you so much, and as ever, take care out there.